Right, we have won. It's good. It's a very good win. But it was a lucky win, and I'm not gonna lie. It definitely was, a very lucky win. I think I said it during the live watch along. I think it was extremely important for us to get back winning. Not because, to think about the Europa League, excuse me, but, to get back giving a reaction to ourselves, to get back winning and letting ourselves know that, we had to get back winning. We had to get back. We had to get a reaction back. So, it was extremely important for the team to do so, because we came from two very, very, very poor performances. So, it was very, very, it was key. I can't stress this enough. It was absolutely key, to get back winning, to get back, grabbing the 3 points, which is something that, many people, against Cagliari, go, who cares? We won against Cagliari. Cagliari were a team who were fighting against relegation, and they're always tough teams to face. They weren't Real Madrid. They weren't Manchester City, but, they tried to come at the Olympico, to park the bus and get a draw, So, what I think we did really well is that we defended well. We had a good balance between attack and defense. Now, this match could have ended 40-0, as it could have ended 1-1, because we had so many big chances of trying to equalize, to try and score more goals, but we ended up only scoring one, which was a penalty, which means that, it was a lucky win. Our finishing needs to be better, and there's nothing we can say about it. We have had so many attempts, only one of them was a goal. So, what I think is, something to be improved is the finishing, because we simply cannot, start playing matches where we have like 20 attempts, but only one goal. We have to start concretizing more. We have to start, finishing and just grabbing more goals as possible, because in tough matches, it's gonna be hard to try and win a match if we only score a goal. And I think it could have ended 1-1, because obviously Rui Patricio's masterclass save towards the end of the match allowed us to prevent an equalizer, a late equalizer, which would have been a killer and would have had very bad repercussions towards the fans and the team. We won, and that's the most important thing, as John ZD says in the chat. It's extremely important, as I said before, having to get back, grabbing the 3 points. And, now all we need to do is restart our momentum and build on it. Build on our momentum, which had been ended by Juventus and AC Milan. So it's now going forwards. It's extremely important for us to build on this match. Now, on Thursday, we're playing in the Coppa Italia, a match which we definitely can't afford to underestimate. And on Sunday, we're playing against Empoli, tough team at Empoli. It's going to be, from now on until the end of the season, no match easy. Even if you face Salernitana, which have only one win throughout the season, it's going to be hard to face every single team. And to present yourself to these teams, obviously it's good to build the momentum. So this is why this match was extremely important to win, even though we didn't play well. The 3 points is what matters, and we build on this now. Now, speaking about the players, I think Maitland-Niles was absolutely amazing in defense. I don't remember Maitland-Niles missing one single pass over the course of today's match. He was really good. He was really good. Maintained the precision, maintained the defensive balance. Had a few attacking chances. Very good for Maitland-Niles. Mancini and Kumbula today, could be argued that not having Ibanez and Smalling in defense, was one of the weakest points for today's match. But, we responded well to these, circumstances. We responded well to, I don't have Smalling, which brings the experience. I don't have Ibanez, which brings the aggression. I'm going to start Kumbula. Kumbula today, very unexperienced player, was good. And he kept a good balance. He kept good communications with him and Mancini, which, was quite risky. Mancini risked a lot because he got a yellow card after 20, 30 minutes, which meant that he played, like 1 hour of football risking to try and get not to get a yellow card. And it was good for him not to get another one. Vigna, I always say this about Vigna, but with Vigna, it's always a hit or miss. His crosses are absolute, shambles, but at least his positioning in defense was very bad today. Vigna's one of those players which plays some matches, as other matches he turns into a very bad player. So I'm out of all the players today, I do think Vigna could have done better. Oliveira would have debuted. The aggression he had, the goal he had, absolutely amazing. We found a new penalty kick, and Mkhitaryan and Veretout had to respond in the last minutes because Pellegrini got injured over the course of the training, the preparation, the warm-up. So he had to respond, certain over the course of a few minutes. And, he played well. I think his defensive balance today was great. He had a few accelerations. And when it comes to the attacking section, I thought Abraham today was really good at passing. He had a very good header at the start of the match. But overall, I think Abraham today wasn't the best Abraham of the season when it comes to goals. He definitely wanted a goal, but he didn't achieve a goal. He had very good passes, as I said before. One which led to a pass to Felix, which I think could have had to be a goal. But then, Felix, once again, he just gives that boost in the attack, that sprint, which many opponents can't stop him. And Zaniolo, is starting to grind after these injuries. He had a clear chance, which I think he could have done better. His physique, is amazing as always. But with Zaniolo, he has to be better. The reality is this: he needs to be better. He needs to respond present from now on, and he needs to just grow on his, finishing. He needs to improve on that. And I do think that with time and over the course of next season, Zaniolo will be a massive player, which will be fully reintegrated after these two very nasty injuries. So I think overall, something which I think adds on the finishing thing is the fact that some players don't have the balls to shoot. I feel like some players don't have the courage to go, I'm gonna shoot. Who cares? Who absolutely cares about, about what happens when I shoot? But I'm gonna shoot. I think Roma lacks this. I think the Roma players don't have the balls to go, okay, I'm gonna shoot. And I don't care if it goes out, if it goes in. I don't give a fuck. I want to shoot. I feel like, for example, Mkhitaryan is one of those players. I feel like Mkhitaryan, 97% of the times Mkhitaryan has the ball, he always needs to touch it an extra time, which then leads, to the opponents understanding the moves and just clearing it away. Something which needs to improve is having the courage to go and shoot the ball and hope for a banger of a goal. I think that is something to improve our finishing, because I think a problem is that Roma wants to enter the goal with the ball beneath their feet. They want to literally, pass the goal with the ball beneath their feet. They don't want to shoot. It's important, to try to shoot, to wanting to shoot, and avoid the 1,000 mini passes around the box. That is definitely, something which needs to be improved. And when it comes to the defense, as I said before, I think there was good communication between Kumbula and Mancini, and not many people was expecting a good performance between the two, because it could be argued that Mancini and Kumbula are the weakest duos in the defensive line. Good communication between them, and once again, I think something good to point out is the squad depth, because the squad depth is absolutely ridiculous. I understand some players are affected by COVID. I understand the team is affected by COVID. But as I said over the course of the live watch along, we had 10 players sitting on the bench. 7 out of these 10 players were academy players. And 2 out of these 10 players were goalkeepers, which is absolutely mental scenes. I think, according to many journalists, AS Roma is done buying players in the January transfer window. And they will only buy players if other players will leave. For example, Kamara is a very popular name in these last couple of days. But Kamara will only happen if Diawara leaves the team. So yeah, I think something which needs to improve. This is something we always say is squad depth. Now, player ratings. Rui Patricio saved us from a late equalizer, which would have been an absolute killer. So I'm giving him a 9. He hadn't had many issues today, but when he had to act, he acted extremely well. Mancini and Kumbula, in my opinion, both get a 7.5. I think they were solid communication, but in the few chances Cagliari had, they could have acted more present. Vigna, I'm giving a 6. No positioning, no good positioning in the defensive line, I really don't like Vigna. And as I said before, he's a hit or miss. Maitland-Niles gets a 9 for me. As I said before, the precision of Maitland-Niles today, the balance between the defense and the attack was elite. Maitland-Niles gets a 9. And, Mourinho, hard work. Who are you going to choose? Maitland-Niles or Korstop? That's up to Mourinho. But I think Maitland-Niles lately has, in these last 2 matches he played, especially this one, I think Korstop can start to tremble in a way. Oliveira, what a debut. I'm giving him a 9 as well. Scored a goal. The only negative note was the yellow card, but obviously, he gets a 9 for me. Veretout gets a 7.5 as well. I think the defensive balance he had to step up the last seconds after Pellegrini got injured in the warm-up. So, good from Veretout. And Mkhitaryan, not much for Mkhitaryan, except a few things which he could have shot many times, but he decided not to. So I think Mkhitaryan gets, once again, 7.5. He didn't have many. I think his finishing can be better. I just hope that Mkhitaryan's finishing becomes better, and that obviously, if his finishing would be better, my rate would probably go higher. Felix today was great. He had a few clear chances to try and score, but he gives that boost to the attack, that sprint, which I think deserves an 8. Zaniolo on the other side, I'm gonna give a 7. I think once again, his physique is great. He's starting to grind more and more after the injury, so I'm giving him a 7. He could be better. Definitely could be better, but he needs time, and there's nothing we can say about that. He definitely needs time. And Tammy today, I'm giving a 7 as well. I think his passes were great. Actually, I'm giving him an 8 because his passes were great, his contributions were great. Protecting the ball was amazing today. Tackling. I think today, obviously, he didn't score, and in the attacking section, he didn't have many chances. So I'm gonna give him an 8. And Shomurodov stepped in well, but I've had a few chances which I think could have converted into a goal for sure. I think he can be better, but once again, I have a feeling that the 20 million spent on Shomurodov was a waste of money. And as I said before, having bought a player like João Pedro for 20 million, in my opinion, would have been better. But obviously, we've got Shomurodov now. We just bought Shomurodov, so we need to try and cultivate him in a way, and hope and prepare him for bigger matches, because he definitely lacks the experience for big matches. And overall, ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing was the win. Mourinho said in the press conference, I don't care how we win, but if the win is the most important thing today. And you can see Mourinho was absolutely buzzing, and he just could see over the course of this match that he wanted the win. Telling all the players to stay calm, giving directions as always, being very active. So definitely a very, very positive thing. As I said before, the most important thing was to win, was to get back winning. And today it's a very big match. It's Inter Milan against Atalanta. Champions League hopes obviously are very for, but if we want to hope in Champions League hopes, again, which is extremely hard, if not impossible, then we would have to support Inter Milan. And I am gonna support Inter Milan either way because I prefer them to Atalanta. And yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow for more transfer news and for more updates in preparation for the match on Thursday, the debut in the Coppa Italia, which, you know, is a match which we can't, you know, afford to underestimate because Napoli got already thrown out. Milan was losing at home against Genoa. So, you know, it's important. We had a lucky draw, but let's not underestimate a team which is currently 5th in the Serie B. I'll catch you tomorrow. Up the boys. We got the win. The most important thing. We have to get back reacting. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Subscribe if you're new. Get this number to 2,000 subscribers as fast as possible. Get your friends, your family, your dogs, your cats to subscribe. Get everyone to subscribe. Like this live stream as soon as it becomes a video zone. Comments in the comments your impressions of today's match. You know, I'm very curious to read the comments as well. And follow me over here on Instagram at Lower Score This Time and Show. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another live stream. See you lads. Signing out.